Darling. 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 My love. Where did you go? Darling? My dear, there you are. Oh, my poor Peach. Look at you. Curled up in the corner like that. I've been looking all over for you. Are you cold, my dear? You really shouldn't have run out like that while I was away finding food. You don't have the right clothes or even the right shoes. Oh dear. Your socks and pantalettes are all wet and frozen. How long have you been out here, you silly thing? Come on. Don't struggle against my grip, Peach. You know it does you no good. I'm too strong, and you're far too weak. Don't struggle. Don't make me force you to stay still. Now, let's go back. I don't think your legs are strong enough to support you right now, so I'll carry you. Don't be stubborn. I just came back from a long hunt, only to find the one person I care for on this blighted earth missing from where I left them. I haven't showered. I smell like rain and dirt and a lot of blood from cleaning your dinner. I'm not in the mood to deal with you being a brat right now. So you will let me carry you back without struggling the whole way. Yes? Good. Now, normally I prefer to carry you like a pup in my arms because that's what you are, no matter how old you get. But I think you'll benefit from a more physical contact right now, so we'll do piggyback. Come on, up you go. You're hugging me so tightly. I do run a lot warmer than your baseline human physique. You're as cold as a brick, my practically frozen peach. Don't worry, my dear. I'll have you warmed up in no time. You can be so troublesome sometimes. A little troublemaker. But you're my troublemaker. Did you cut yourself running here, my dear? As much as I like to say this place won't hurt you, well, these houses grow old and hostile when their owners are gone for too long. What? Who lived here? I forgot to mention, didn't I? These were ours. Hundreds of little houses are built over the millennia, just for us. Every time I found a new incarnation of you, I commemorated the occasion by building a new house. Just like the first time. It's still here, you know, at the edge of this little town of ours. Our very first house. The wood has long rotted away, but I think our old stone stove is still in there, somewhere. You got quiet. Did you fall asleep? No? Just looking at these houses? Oh, I know. I don't maintain our old places after your older selves pass on. It all looks dreary and old and broken now. Empty streets, lined with empty houses, filling up an empty ghost town. Don't worry, I won't make you relieve the old ways of housing. Plumbing wasn't a thing for a really, really long time. That was very inconvenient now that I look back on it. The last two houses are new compared to everything that came before. Built with heating, an actual plumbing system, and a never-ending flow of heated water. How did I do what? How did I cart everything up here? Could, I wait until later to answer this question, my peach? After I run you a bath. Okay? Yes, of course, you can ask me anything, Peach. I'll try to give you answers, if I can. Where did I... Curious little fruit. I should have expected that question, you adorable, curious Peach. The houses are there, but where are your older incarnations? Where do you think I kept your old bodies? In a freezer? In the side of a mountain like frozen statues? No, I'm joking. That's a cemetery, due south. Near the foot of that peak you see to our right. There. You see it? You usually like cremations, so there are more urns than plots there for whole bodies. It saves us some space. Not that you have to, of course. I'll leave it up to you to decide what you want to do with you after you pass. Just let me know what you decide when you figure out what you like. You don't like talking about that? Sorry. We can leave that discussion for later. No worries. Or never, if you don't ever want to talk about it. I'll just default to whatever I feel is best for the current you. And here we are. Home. It's plain on the outside, but I'll fix it once you are settled with the inside. Don't worry. Why, yes. I'm glad you noticed. You didn't pause to admire the house when you ran out, huh? That is the old bin bag from your place. And that is the couch and coffee table you had. Do you recognize the rest of the decor now? I wanted to give you as much comfort as you had before you moved here. The walls are the exact same of light grey blue from your apartment, yes. Even the little plant you had in your floating pot. It's succulent, isn't it? It's a neat invention, that one. Magnex just holding the tiny pot up. And it spins. Of all the things you had, I like this one the most. Before we properly explore this place, let me get you in a bathtub. Right here. I'll set you on the edge. Just give me a moment, my lovely peach. Let me help you out of these dirty clothes. Oh, I've already seen all of you. No need to be shy now. I know what you look like, all bare and vulnerable. I had to change your clothes while you slept, you know. Hush, darling. Let me unbutton that shirt for you. And off it goes. Come on, bend down. Let me help you. You're weak from all that traveling, and cold and hungry. See, this is what happens when you run out exactly when you shouldn't. We can play this whole hide and seek thing when I'm actually in town and ready to snatch you back to warmth and safety. But not when I'm in the mountains, okay? No one needs your toes and nose falling off now, do we? And done. You are a pretty thing this time around, aren't you? It's just a peck. Be good. Alright. Hold my shoulder if you need the support. I know your legs are shaky. Turn and sink. There we go. Good. The water is all lukewarm because I know exactly how cold you humans get out there. I'll bring the temperature up bit by bit. There's no need to give your poor body another temperature shock. I'll just pour some water over your shoulders and close your eyes. Over your head and hair. Doesn't that feel good? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, how did the bathtub fill itself while we were out? Good question, darling Peach. All this? Water, heat, the tub you're in, this roof over our heads. They're all illusions. I love that look on your face. It's a very well-constructed illusion, I know. I specialize in making things that aren't there look ridiculously realistic. And you know what holds up the illusion? Someone else believing in it. That's right, it's you. With enough time and magic, any illusion can become reality. And that's how we ended up with a town of our old homes. They all became real as you lived in them. Revealing the trick to you doesn't make it all go away, no. You have too much faith in my magic for that to happen. Yeah, anyone else believing in it will make it work too. What did you? What? What do you mean there are other people here? Did you hear something? That you passed by some windowless houses and you heard voices. You must have heard wrong, my Peach. There isn't anyone else in this town but us. Just us here. No, that's not one of your old places, no. It's empty right now, but we used to keep livestock there. It's too bothersome for me to fall back into the same old farming routine, you know. Wake up at the crack of dawn, feed them, check on their health, manage the growths. I have no patience for it anymore. How about a bit of incense in here, There's already scented oil in the bathtub. Can you tell? Peach, there was no one there. There was no one there. You were confused and disoriented. I know I didn't build this place like a human would, so people get lost running through it all the time. Did I say people? No, just you, old yous. I didn't say always, just sometimes when we play games and you get lost, and I have to find you and cart you back the way I just did. Straight into a heated tub to warm your poor skin up. Peach, I don't want to talk about it. You're not gonna let it go, are you? You're gonna keep bugging me about it until I tell you. And if I don't tell you, you'll find your way back there to figure it out yourself. Eternally curious, such a human trait. given a paradise and you still dream of looking beyond it. A hunt for more information for your hungry mortal minds built into desperately short lives. I wasn't trying to distract you now. Well, yes. Yes, there are people there. It's a house. It has 4 walls and a single padlocked door with slits on top to let air and light in. Okay, yes, fine. It's a jail, sort of. I had it built because I need a jail for people that I got from other jails. They are bad people, Peaches. Rapists, murderers, drug dealers, serial molesters. They don't need the comforts of civilization or a steady supply of good food. I only get the ones on death row. Who cares if they died in there from neglect? You're not going anywhere near there now. Nope. I'm going to relocate the whole bunch and make sure you can't get there without some form of magic. You are not to go back there. Not when I know you're going to let them loose. Or did you think they were going to have you leave? They're not going to help you. They'd much rather eat you than help you escape. Peaches! These are nasty, bad people who are rotten to the core. They don't deserve your sympathy. I have them here because I need to eat. Finally, speechless. Good. I was getting tired of your yelling. And there you go again. I don't like it when you yell at me. So I need you to stop. Now. That's my good peach. I'm sorry for scaring you, my dear. I know it's a lot of information to take in, and you're not familiar with me, with my kind, yet. So everything can be confusing and conflicting. But I'll try to explain it, alright? First, I need you to know it is not cannibalism. I am a fox spirit. They are human. 2 different species, not cannibalism. Second, I don't eat the whole thing. I only need one part. Just one bit. And the rest I throw away. Okay, I don't throw the bodies away. I dispose of them by letting the animals have at them. Shh. Darling, let me finish my explanation. Let me finish. Okay? Good, Peaches. Third, you know how energy is transferred in nature, yes? How the sun produces energy, plants absorb that energy to grow parts. Herbivores eat those plant parts to take in that same energy, and carnivores eat herbivores, and so on. Each step transfers accumulated energy up the food ladder, all the way to humans. So you could move and think and work and reproduce and eat some more. So, spiritual energy works the same way. It is my source of power, my strength, and my very long lifespan. And I can only get it by devouring the hearts of creatures with spiritual energy. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yes, I only eat human hearts. That's somehow worse. Well, I used to have the whole thing as a source of food, but the diet of the world shifted with much more disgusting habits, and that all became very unappealing. I must admit I used to feed you what I didn't need. A long time ago, I promise. I realized it made you, older incarnations of you, sick. So I stopped. No, I haven't. No, those were deer, darling. Venison. The one that tastes of. Oh, that was a bear. It was a bear. I promise. It's not human. It was a bear. Well, I didn't know back then, but cannibalism has consequences with the humans, you know. You fall very, very sick, and you die earlier, quite a few times. I thought it was the environment for a while, but I learned in the last century or so, when modern science figured out the health issues that came with cannibalism, and I learned. And I stopped feeding you scraps entirely. I promise. What if we became desperate? No. Humans produce so much excess that if ever there was a time when all the trees burned down and all the animals was scared off, I could very easily pop by a market somewhere in a neighboring country and have a boatload of supplies carried up here. We will never be desperate, my word, little peach. Never. I have never, ever let you starve on this mountain before. Even when you wanted to. So don't even try. Okay? It won't work. Even when you wanted to. So don't even try. Okay? It won't work. Yes, Peaches, I swear on my undying love for you that those people in that house were on death row. They are terrible, evil people. No doubt their souls will taste like dirt, but I'll stomach it. If it means you won't keep arguing with me about this whole human livestock thing. Alright, I'll stop calling them that. If that's what you want, my dear. Anything to make my peaches happy. You? What about you? Oh, you mean your delicious smelling heart? That's only just started to race again. Does that scare you? That I think your heart smells delicious? That I like to call you and your precious soul my peach? Are you scared that I would one day feast on that warm, beating, bleeding heart in your chest?